Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, just swallow like that. You don't need to swallow like that. Anyways, guys, welcome back to another reaction to a video. Of course, I'm not by myself. I got my brother, my man, Gdomo. So
Gdomo brand. That's me.
That's him. Brand. So I'm sorry because I already recorded a reaction for the first episode of Loki. I'm not gonna touch too much on the second episode but I just want to let everybody know I was right that Loki's gonna be a female. I just want to leave it at that. But so I literally watched the episode, my brother, because he had nobody to talk to. I said, hey, man, I watched it. So
good friend, man.
So cause I'm a Marvel guy. So but what you think, man? Tell me how you feel about it.
In my opinion, right now, Loki is the best series that they have so far. Right. As far as Falcon and the Winter Soldier and
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Scarlet Vision.
Whoever the heck was first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. At that point, that's how I feel about it, right? Because Loki is that good.
Right.
Are we not talking third episode yet?
We are talking third episode now.
Gosh.
Yes, we are talking. I'm just saying how you feel about right now, like in general.
As a whole.
Yeah, as a whole.
Man,
yeah.
This is great, man. It's a great time to be Marvel. Man.
Yeah, I agree.
Third episode.
God. So go ahead.
Third episode. There's a microphone right here. You see that? Third episode, guys.
So I gotta say, man, I really enjoyed it because now before I was trying to look more about this female Loki, and because the biggest talk, and I talked about this in my first episode. I'm gonna talk about the first episode. How people say, "Oh, Loki's gender fluid," and this, that. Loki's been like that through mythology, so that's the point. But the crazy thing is, Sylvie, she was in the comic books, but Marvel didn't know what to do with her. Then eventually, Sylvie got banished from the Marvel 616.
Okay.
So they didn't know what, because nobody really was a hype on her, because who Sylvie was, I guess, like alternate version of Enchantress. Enchantress is a Thor villain.
Right.
So then the Enchantress from Asgard came and said, "Oh no, you using my name, I'm gonna banish you." And so I was like, "Oh dang!" But what Sylvie's saying, if you really pay attention to it, she was saying like, "Don't call me Loki, I'm Sylvie." I was like,
right.
So maybe she got. So I figured wasn't get too much of her background in this episode, but it feels like I never knew my mother. So, ready for this tidbit? Okay, so
feed me.
All right, here we go. So in the storyline called Dark Reign or Dark Siege, I can't remember the name of the actual storyline of Marvel. Loki was in a female body when Asgard came back, but the female body was made for Lady Sif.
Okay.
But I forgot what happened with Sif. So it was called Lady Loki, and that's what everybody was expecting to see was Lady Loki. Henceforth, Sif. Loki. Lady Loki, I should say, created her out of nothing, and have these magic abilities. But since she didn't really have a good following, or how Marvel didn't really push her or market her well, nobody really was behind her. So pretty much, his name is Rob. He does like these comic book stories and stuff. Like he was saying, like, well, if she don't die here, she may come back in the future comics. So we don't. So pretty much Marvel testing the water with that. And so one of my theories is, what if she got banished from the 616 Marvel comic books and into the MCU? So I heard nobody talk about that.
Wow.
So that's my thing, because she really don't talk about her mother, because Sylvie didn't have a parent. She had no parents. She just created by Lady Loki.
So who is this mother that she speaks of?
She don't know. She said she never knew her mother. And from what I can tell from the comics, Sylvie don't know who her mother is either. So maybe because MCU, what they stay with the timeline, but they don't stay too close to the timeline.
Right.
That they tell their own different versions. Look what happened with Ultron. Because originally who created Ultron was Hank Pym, and because it wasn't Tony Stark, it was Hank Pym and somebody else. I can't remember, because they had the rights to Hank Pym yet.
Okay.
So it was just Tony Stark and Bruce Banner who created Ultron, and all it was Hank Pym. So that's how you tell they tell different story parts with that. But Tom Hiddleston as Loki again, fantastic job. I love this character.
Love it.
He does
It's a great storyline. It's told in parts. So far at this point, I feel like it's told in parts where where it gives us an understanding in sections, right? So if you've gone through the first episode, it kind of puts us into the initial setting.
Right.
The second episode, you know, it takes us through the initial setting, right? There's a whole nother story being told there about how there is more than one Loki, right? You know, I mean, some of us may not know that. Some of us might, right? There was more than one Loki.
That's why he got me.
And and then, bro, like, just how, you know, just learning more about Loki hides out in these disasters, these chaotic moments, man, and you know, that's where they are in the third episode, and they're in this chaotic moment, and that's what where they leave us,
right?
You know what I mean?
Because it's only 6 episodes, so I'm like, come on! But they're hour long, so you can do something with an hour long.
You can absolutely take your time and pick it apart. You can fall asleep, wake back up, and get
right back in it. And it's like, for me, it's like, okay, this is cool. I'm like, because then piggyback on the first episode, how Loki didn't know. Because the one thing I was wondering was like, is this gonna be the Loki from like before he died before Infinity War, or this is gonna be the Loki through the first Avenger?
Loki is like the Milwaukee Bucks. You never know which one you're gonna get on any given night, bro.
You don't, crazy. Man. And what's so crazy about it, when he saw how his mother died, and he's like, that crushed me. I'm like, yo, he just. So now I know what Loki we getting. I was like, dang. So he don't know.
Yeah,
he know nothing.
It's like, it's amazing how these guys who are called villains
can have heart,
and they're made so relatable.
Yeah, but that's what I love about Marvel so much, because again, they're sometimes they're villain circumstances, and like with Loki, we know Loki's a villain, but at the same time, he did actually treasure his mom. Like Thor, when Loki was looking through again, going back to episode 1, where Loki and Thor like, I can hug you right now, man, because you know you do so much. And I was like, yo, Loki was a likable character. Yeah. But so now we dealing with the Loki from the first Avengers movie, and we're like, dog. And now he's trying to get, like, I want to know what's going to happen now, because now they stuck on this planet. Yeah. I still believe I think he's gonna betray Sylvie though. Some type of way,
So that's my problem, right? That's the issue that this gives me, right? Loki is the most cunning of characters. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He's a trickster, and Sylvie is also another Loki, right? She hates to be called that, obviously, but she is indeed another Loki. So now we are finding these relatable and these lovable moments in these characters,
right?
Who you will almost immediately forget are cunning, evil tricksters, right? So now, here I am. It's a chaotic disaster that they're not supposed to be in to begin with. They're here. The temp pad or whatever that thing is called
it's broken.
It's broken in pieces. The evacuation vessel
is gone.
It's been chopped in half by a moon meteor. But nonetheless, I want these two evil villains to make it off.
I want to make. And the crazy thing was, when I was watching it, I know there's more little part secret areas I missed, but what Sylvie was saying, like, they say like the time police, I guess call them, whatever. They say like, they're not the timekeepers didn't keep them.
That was crazy. The timekeepers they were not made there. You know, and I noticed that in the first episode he said that everybody who was in that area
they were made there. It was made there.
And Sylvie said they were not.
They were all time variants. I'm like, oh,
everybody's a variant.
Everybody's a variant. So some type of way their memories got wiped away, and they become these timekeepers. So I'm like. So now I'm getting like a bigger picture of what's going to happen now. It's like Loki, he wants to take over the timekeepers.
Well,
and Sylvie wants to destroy them. So
could the timekeepers possibly be a greater evil? There is some kind of hidden message.
There's a message there.
There's a hidden message here, guys.
There's definitely a hidden message.
I don't know what it is yet, but we're gonna figure this out, and we're gonna figure it out before the 6th episode.
We're definitely gonna figure it out, because the one thing that's hanging over my head is like, I want Loki and Sylvie to get out. The question is how they gonna get out, but these timekeepers though, because when I saw my first video, we talked about like how they kind of like outside the time in a sense. Like they like
and
absolutely. So because if you ever think about going back to the first episode, the Infinity Stone or the thing, it didn't work there. Right. And in lore, if you take the Gauntlet or the Infinity Stone out of that timeline, it's not going to work in that timeline.
Right.
Unless it's that Infinity Stone timeline. So it's like, what's going to happen? And now, like I said, what are these timekeepers really doing? Because they mentioned Kane. I can't remember the guy's name, in who was the main lead in Lovecraft County or country, wherever.
Okay,
He's playing Kane the Conqueror. Okay. He's a timekeeper, a former timekeeper. So because he usually travels through time, try to stop the Avengers, whatever the case we're trying to do. So I'm wondering, will he show up or will he play some type of part in that? And that's the thing I would give these, like any Marvel, especially these TV series they're doing, they keep you guessing on your toes. Because with anything that happened to like WandaVision, I was definitely wrong on it. I was definitely wrong when it came to Falcon and Winter Soldier. But I was like, yes, I knew it was going to be a female Loki. No one can't tell me nothing wrong. So, I don't know, man. Because people, Mephisto, who is a Marvel version of the devil, supposedly he might do something because he's like infinity, like universally strong.
All right.
Yeah, because devil do all that stuff. So I don't know what could possibly happen, and I still believe again. You know how much I love Loki. I love Sylvie. I think Loki's just gonna betray Sylvie some type of way. It's gonna happen. I just don't know how because she tried to use her.
So who is Sylvie? Like is she in the comics?
She was in the comics during the Young Avengers.
Okay.
And I did kind of do a little bit reading on her, but again, by her not having such a big following, nobody really could. It's to dig up on her. She has certain like.
But she is an actual character.
She is an actual character, yes. And so what I'm assuming, where she got teleported from, they must have called her Loki.
You're right. Yeah, she was a Loki.
She was Loki, and she said it multiple times, even at the end of episode 2 or towards episode 2. Don't call me that.
Yeah, but so Loki isn't necessarily a human then, right? Because in the second episode, toward the end, Loki passed through several different bodies before. So is Loki even?
So this the thing is because since Sylvie Loki has the power of the Enchantress, she has the ability to enchant people or take over their mind. Because she explained it where if the mind's kind of broken and fragile,
it's easy.
It's easy for her. But those who got a strong will mind, because then she tried to do it to Loki,
and that's how they came to the point that people didn't start off at the time.
Right. And like I said, that's one of them kind of stuck with, because that still blows my mind away. I'm like,
So like, is it the same type of thing that happened in WandaVision, right? Mm-hmm. Because in WandaVision, she took these people from their current life and put them in the WandaVerse. Right. Are the timekeepers doing the same type of thing?
And now I ain't thinking about that. That's a good question though. If they're doing the exact same thing, and since they're being like somewhat controlling time, make sure time stay intact. That could be a good point. So maybe the people who are out of time, think of Cable and Bishop, for example, for X-Men.
Yeah.
How they always keep appearing in and out of time, just to change something. So even though because what Marvel's doing now, it's like, all right, we're going to go through the multiverse type of thing, and so that we can experience these type, like Doctor Strange. Thank God they changed the name from the Multiverse of Madness. So I'm cool about that.
Which is, it's essentially the same thing, but geez,
yeah. Come on, guys, soften up on. And then like Spider-Man, like they kind of do like a live-action Spider-Verse with Tom Holland.
Yeah,
all three of them come in there. So that's something good to look into. So then it goes. Wanda is playing a part in Doctor Strange movie, so we don't know how big how they can travel through the multiverse. So even with the what if stuff, that's like they explored the multiverse because we didn't really see the multiverse in the cartoons and stuff like that, or any live action. The only thing we got close to it maybe with X-Men Days of Future Past, and that's about it. Even though to me it was my favorite X-Men movie, but besides the point, Marvel, we're sitting here X-Men in it, hold this multiverse up, bring the X-Men in there, and doing right.
do them right.
Please, God, do them right. Oh my God. But anyways, to answer the, I think it is some type of thing because again, I can't look like the Nexus is this universal thing where they're strong. Like they kind of explained it in WandaVision, but not too much.
Right.
But those are like Nexus beings are universally strong. They can change reality within the whim of things. Like Sue, Mr. Fantastic Invisible Woman's son. He's one of the most strongest mutants out there. He's a universally manipulator. He can change reality at a whim. So
that's unfair.
Yeah, it is. It really is. So I don't know, man. Cause I hope we get to see the Timekeepers. Cause supposedly what they're saying with these Marvel shows, everything's kind of just one season. But I don't believe that. I think if it is, that's dumb. Because right now we need some good Marvel shows. Because the best thing they had for me was besides Cloak and Dagger, but Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I think about the 6th season I did throw me up, but when I watched the 7th season, it was better for me. I actually enjoyed that. But I don't like. They need to keep this going. We got Hawkeye, we got She-Hulk, we got Miss Marvel coming. So I think Hawkeye's coming this year. If I remember right.
It's just, if they want to keep doing these series, it's almost endless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If they want to keep finding these storylines, the thing would be to just, how are these going to intertwine back to each other? Or maybe they won't. Maybe they're just literally individual stories.
Right.
But I'm definitely interested to see, what's, all of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, I'm definitely interested. Like I said, I've been a Marvel fan for a good time. Because, like I say, the crazy thing is, we're going to wrap this up quick. Because the crazy thing is, I'm going to say this. DC with their TV shows has been banging. I haven't watched Flash that much. I'm still mad that they think they're getting ready to end Black Lightning, or they have ended. I think they ended Supergirl already, so that's ended. So
chopping all of those.
Yeah, chopping up. Like I said, I still love Flash, but like I said, what Marvel need to do, they need to go ahead and make this happen. Keep it going, because like I said, because what Marvel's doing, what DC trying to do in their live action stuff, is Marvel know how to thread the needle. They took the time. Absolutely. They took the time to thread it, and now DC going through a whole new reboot with the Flash movie. And I talked about that once before. But I hate how they doing the Black Superman. I hate how they did Henry Cavill movie. I hate it. I love Zack Snyder's Justice League, but for them not to follow it, it's a bad move on their part. Cause they're playing catch up. Now I'm gonna say this again. I did not like Wonder Woman 1984. It wasn't a good movie to me. The best movies they had was Zack Snyder's Justice League. Yes, I'm gonna say Suicide Squad because that's also pretty good. Aquaman, Shazam, whatever. Captain Marvel, I can never say the name right. Those are the first one was. Those are really good films, and you need to go ahead keep Zack Snyder a little bit on the rein, but don't control his creativity. But at the same time, I hope they're done for like it's going through and how they're doing the Black Superman. They call him Clark Kent, which I'm really mad about. I'm not happy about that. He got his own name, and they do that. That's really gonna make me hate that film even more. But yeah, so that's about it, brother. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's hope we get more because I guarantee you, when we watch the next, we probably gonna talk about this too, and we're gonna figure some more stuff out. But yeah, like, subscribe, come to the brand side. We do have this cookies, hashtag Beats Corey's Kitchen. I still don't think he's retired. He got that 10 mil. I think he's gonna come back. You do some type of video. But please, I'm gonna say it again. Please, you guys stay random, and I'll see you all in the next video. We have cookies. We definitely have the cookies.
Yo, I ain't here for the money. I ain't here for the